Did you ever see when I went crazy on the Tim Pool guy?
What was the Tim Pool thing? How did you get that invite? What was it for?
My man from Canada. I seen you yelling at him on Twitter.
Which one? Steven Crowder?
No, not
Jordan
a righty.
Peterson?
Not a lefty.
Not a lefty.
My boy, who you hate. Lefties were going far. They were going very far with speed. Oh, this book should be rewritten from this time because it said a bad word in 1903. And you go, no, you don't rewrite books. You don't do that. So now you go, oh, the righties kind of, are they the free? But then you see, no, you give the righties power and everything is, no, ban the book.
I shot 3 people this morning.
Because, I had a bad reputation. Did you ever see when I went crazy on the Tim Pool guy? Did you see that thing?
I've heard, yeah.
So I was like, wait, are they trying to get me to do clicks or something? Like, why are they randomly hitting me up? And I was like, what if that was fucking random? And I've been watching a couple of your clips, right? And I seen one where I left a comment like, yo, why the fuck is this guy in this debate? And it was you I was talking about. Okay. And I was like, oh, maybe somebody read that comment and is like trying to set me up or some shit. Like, well, I wonder what the fuck it is, So yeah, but nah, it's a peaceful night. It could, and if you wanted to come at me and ask me, I don't give a fuck either. But I'm just saying.
For the people at home, walk us through what was the Tim Pool thing? How did you get that invite? What was it for? Like, why did that argument?
Oh, I should have brought. I just brought. I don't know why I brought that one up, but no, that was just. There's
a lot for the people in my audience.
Are you familiar with Luke Radowski?
Yes.
We Are Change. So he came and interviewed me in Berlin, and then there was what's it, Anarchapulco? You ever heard of that thing? It was
think so.
They made a documentary about it on HBO. Somebody got killed there, and it was like a big anarchy festival. Ron Paul was there, and McAfee, the guy that died in prison, John McAfee, is that his name?
John McAfee. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So
very crazy guy, yeah.
So they were all there, and supposedly they had another rap, and they called me like, look, we'll give you, I don't know if it was $5 or $10,000 if you just come and do 15 minutes at Anarchapulco. So he got me a paid gig for that. And I showed up, and it was weird. They had like armed guards for me. I'm like, oh, I'm all right. I don't need fucking. And they're like, no, you don't understand. There's no cops here. There's no nothing. You need these. So they follow me around with machine guns. I go to get breakfast. I try to, like a movie, walk away from, try to escape them. And I'd be sitting there eating breakfast, and then they'd be sitting there with their, like, yo. So that was the show there. And that was Luke hooked me up with a payday off of that. And then he hit me up like, yo, Tim Pool, he's number 11 podcast in the world. You should come on it. And like your thing, I didn't do the research. I don't dig too deep. But then when I got there that day, they said, oh, can you watch the latest episode of his thing before you come on? I said, yeah, sure, whatever. But then so I started going down the Tim Pool thing, and I seen him shouting out Derek Chauvin, like, propping him up like he was in the right, and then Ahmaud Arbery, the murder of Ahmaud Arbery in the street. He was taking the crackers who were killing them in the street side of it. And I was like, yo, like, so when I got on the show, I said, well, we should talk about that. But I still thought these were friends because I was friends with Luke. I wasn't friends, but I hung out with him. He was, as far as I knew, So I thought they were honest people, I didn't know. After I watch his clips now, I'm like, oh, he just lies about whatever. Okay, I get it now. But if I was there, I would have known what I was in for. But then they chopped the piece up and put it on like he's going motherfucker, and they cut that part out and start the when I lost my temper, they started right. Nobody's looking at you like, get that guy.
I didn't say they were.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you put somebody else in there, they're looking at you funny. You're good. You go to the airport, they're not pulling you over because they
No, that's bullshit.
They pull you over?
Yes!
Because you look like what?
Yes, motherfucker.
Look like
I get randomly flagged every fucking time I go to the airport. See,
because what reason?
If I know.
Because you look like what?
If I know, dude.
You really heard
because I get fucking every single time I go, and you are a racist dude who says I couldn't possibly understand every time I go to the airport, I'm randomly screened.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the
every time. Every time
Oh.
I go to the UK, they put 4 S's.
What are you screaming for?
I'm screaming because
what?
When
you're hurt that you're a white boy?
I'm hurt because you're a racist,
there you go.
and you have this arrogance and elitism that you know better than everybody, that you're the white savior, that you got to be in the struggle for the poor brown people.
No,
and then every fucking time.
No, bro,
listen to what I have to say. When I say something like, when I'm being polite, polite to you.
Lower your voice first.
When I'm being
and talk
polite
like
to you.
a motherfucking human.
When I'm being polite to you.
Yeah.
And then I say, I deal with this problem, and then you laugh at me, dude.
Yeah, I laugh sometimes.
You're a racist.
Yep, no, it's not racist.
Yes,
when
it
we're
is,
talking
dude.
about systematic racism in America, and then you go, my struggle is this, to discredit the struggle of the black man and the black woman.
I literally just said they have it worse than I do. I literally just said they have it worse than I do.
That was the facade.
That
was the facade to not take away
facade?
From the yes, it was like
admitting outright, saying straight up, bro.
And your Jesse Smollett hoax. You made up this whole story about white supremacists coming to your house and saying, "Oh, the mixed couple," and throwing racist pamphlets at you, and you made up a whole Jesse Smollett thing. You know,
I've been
and
noticing,
that's the takeaway from the struggle of the black man.
It seems like we're blending between
you're a
generalizations.
racist prick. Here's my hour-long documentary about the black struggle in Ferguson.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. $100,000 budget. Yeah. James Baldwin interviews with people on the ground to talk about what they've been through, and you have the nerve to come up to me and tell me my experiences don't matter when I'm fighting the fight.
Stop screaming, bitch. Stop screaming. First of all, talk to me like because I'm not that guy.
Yeah, you are.
Normal.
You are. You actually are, dude. Yeah. You are that guy.
I'm not that guy to fucking scream at, bitch. You want to get fucked up? Huh?
All right.
What the fuck you screaming at, bitch?
Let's calm down.
You gotta cut it, man.
You think you can?
I'm not that guy. You don't disrespect me, bitch.
What did you do to me? Did you disrespect me?
Nah, you start raising your voice to me like I'm some sucker.
Did you laugh at me?
Bitch. Yeah, laugh.
Did you disrespect me? I was nice to you, bro. I was being nice.
You start raising your voice to me like I'm your son, bitch.
You raised your voice to me? Bro, I said,
raised my voice
I respected you.
You wouldn't shut the
I
fuck
appreciated
up with that
you.
Raising your voice shit.
I stopped when you told me to. You said, lower your voice, so I lowered my voice.
When he's like, well, the thing, and I was like, yo, calm down. And then I lost my cool, which honestly, I was upset that I lost my cool because, like I said, it's supposed to be my old man days and I got kids at home. And also when that was going on, in Germany, we were in court. I was trying to get more time than my wife with the kids and all of this stuff. So I'm like, oh, now I fucking just act like a fucking asshole on the internet. And so I was like, I just felt so fucking like, damn. But when I said sorry about that. I shouldn't have did that like afterwards. But when I watched it back, I said no. I didn't. The guy saying motherfucker to my face, and I watched my reaction. I said, hey, and I told him like 3 times, like, dude, hey,
it's pretty wild. It's a pretty wild.
Hey, put your tone down, son. Like don't talk to me like that. So then. I know he's like, bah, 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 and the little whiny bitch voice. And I flipped out, So, and then when I stood up, he was like, and I was like, oh, yeah. I felt like a bully. Now I'm like, if he would have got up to be a man and faced it, I said, I'll fuck you up. If you stand up to fight me, okay, so let's go. But he was just there, like, and I said, oh man, what the fuck did you do? And then, and I knew the comment. I said, oh fuck, man. And then the mother of my kids, oh, you went crazy. I said, oh. Fuck. It's everything I didn't want, yeah.
How did you feel about, because there was a bit of a media tour, because I know you were on, the Young Turks. I know the Majority Report covered it as well, because I know Tim Pool took the video down, so a lot of people didn't have context, and luckily they recorded it.
Why did he take it down? He's free speech, and he's like, oh, he said cracker too many times. I was like, really? That's the free speech? You can't say cracker? And it said it was a racist term. I said, no, I didn't call whites are all crackers. I said the crackers that killed Ahmaud Arbery. I was talking about 3 crackers who fucking murdered a black man in the street. So it is what it is, so.
How did you feel though about the other shows bringing you on to kind of tour it? Did that add to the issue for you, or did it help? No,
it was fun. It was fun.
Resolve it?
But that, what that is. You're in this world, so you see what it is. So when you do something, so now the lefties, so Majority Report and
you're the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah,
you just went and bullied fucking Tim Pool. Come and talk to me about how much of a
So you, my man, I think you guys don't get along. I think you guys debated. I didn't see the debates, but my man from Canada, I seen you yelling at him on Twitter.
Which one? Steven Crowder?
No, not
Jordan
a righty,
Peterson?
not a lefty. My boy, who you hate.
There's so many people I hate.
My boy, the Surfs.
Oh, Lance.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Surfs hit me up.
Speaking of crack, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't know what your guys' issue is. I just he came out to the show and with his wife. He seems like a sweet guy. I don't know, but you guys, everybody fights each other in that world. So I don't know who hates who. Even Cenk, when he hit me up, he's like, "Look, I know you did our show years back, but like, I don't know if you're on the side that hates me now or this and that. Like everybody is like who hates who turned on what. And I'm like, I don't give a who anybody is. I'll talk to you. Let's, if you're good to me, I'm good to you.
Have you ever done No Jumper? Have you spoken to, do you know Adam 22 and Lena? Or
No, the only reason I know them is because they covered the thing when I attacked or jumped up on the pool thing, So, but I never did No Jumper. Yeah. And then I think I heard later he's the guy. He has a wife that other guy, so everyone's mad at him about
she's
that.
She's a porn star. So,
yeah. But we're in the era where everybody's afraid of promiscuous humans. It's like we're going back to the 50s. Like sex is bad. We're in that era right now. It's so weird.
It is weird and funny. And now, I've gotten a little older, so I'm at this stage in my life where I can start to see certain trends loop. I'll hear the most mindfucky to me was seeing somebody on Twitter talk about how jobs today aren't like what they used to be. If you go back, 15, 20 years, you could work at a fast food place and afford like a full apartment and everything. It's like, hold on. I worked at McDonald's for $5.15 an hour when I was 17 years old. You could not afford no full, and this was in Nebraska. You're not affording a full apartment and all that shit. So, and then you see like a lot of the same talking points. You talk about, like the Tipper Gore and the music stuff and the violence. And in my era, because I play computer games and shit, for me it was like Jack Thompson was a lawyer and they talked about how video games are going to be violent and kill everybody. And that never happened, I guess. And but then the talking points come back. It's the same thing over and over again.
They were doing that in the 80s with D&D and video games as well. It was heavy metal, rap music, video games, D&D. And before that, the 40s, what was it? Comic books. Oh, the comic books, the kids, and detective novels before that. Like, oh, there's crime and death in the detective novels. People are going to do these killings, like it's always what it is. And when I was a kid, I was a big horror movie fan. So obviously...
Well, you're still a horror movie fan,
Yeah,
right?
of course. But I'm saying as a little child, obviously, Maniac. Did you ever hear the movie Maniac with Joe Spinell? And they had a big poster up in Times Square, and it's a guy with a bloody head and a bloody knife, and some people said it might be a hard on in his pants, but it wasn't a big hard on, but there was something supposedly stiff in there, so that didn't do too well for the a lot of times the in that era the feminists and the right wing would take the same side, and that was the 70s too, because the feminist porn is bad, and then the right wing like, oh, you're against God, and then meanwhile like. And that's not all feminists. Some feminists don't know freedom. I want to do what I want with my body. I can who I want, free love. So feminists are always split on things like that.
You see the same waves today, because now you can find these like traditionally conservative men that are talking about how promiscuity is horrible, and then you've got like these like weird red pill guys who think that women are on OnlyFans abusing men and it's not fair. And then you've got like these women who are like, yeah, we need to be anti-porn because it's So the allegiances or the alliances that people form are very.
OnlyFans is the greatest shit of all time. Anybody who's scared of OnlyFans, because here's the thing is, think about it. Women would be in strip clubs with guys drooling on them, touching them, at risk of getting stalked afterwards. The stalking is still always going to be, somebody could trap that. But I mean, like in the parking lot, come and get you, attack you. Porn. There's and prostitution. There, especially unregulated prostitution. In Europe, they got it sewed up. They're getting tested. Everybody's clean. Boom, boom. But street prostitution. Girls are doing drugs and guys are having sex.
While the girls are doing drugs.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, give me another 500. I'll take the condom off. And now everybody's raw sexing it. And AIDS is an epidemic. Boom, boom. OnlyFans. It's a fucking person. Sitting in their clean room. Oh, do you want me to put this in me? Yeah, here, tip me fucking $200. It's the safest shit in the planet Earth, and motherfuckers is making money and eating, and like, what? Oh my God, a naked body. Oh, shame. What the fuck you afraid of some naked bodies for? So the whole scare of OnlyFans was hilarious. I said, that's like the most PG, even though it's not PG, but not P. What's underneath X? Whatever.
Yeah.
NC-17.
Yeah, maybe it's an NC-17, clean, safe as you could fucking get. Let a man or a woman look at what the fuck they want if they're adult. So
I'm so curious your thoughts on this. Are you familiar at all with the red pill manosphere? Much like at all? Have you seen much of that stuff?
Yeah, I did, and it's a fucking joke. They're such clowns.
Yeah,
such clowns. Like the whole thing I seen where they're like the quality. She can't get a quality man, and it was like, and you're all losers. What's a quality man? You or you? You're quality man. You a bum motherfucker who a decent woman would never be with. So what quality man do you speak of? You know, so,
that's the same shit that it used to be, because on the online communities, like we would be a bunch of nerds like going over pictures of like Megan Fox, and the joke is that like your fucking elbows are too pointy, and I would never mess with this girl. Blah, blah.
Slow thumb or something.
Yeah,
right?
like this, yeah. And then you get the same. You step into some of these online communities, and it's like, yeah, there are no good like traditional women who are willing to do X, Y, Z and be a full-time housewife. And it's like, bro, you can't even afford a job that pays just for you. How are you going to afford a whole ass woman and family who they're not working either? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
I love promiscuous women. I love them. My whole life I love them. So who am I? Oh, don't be promiscuous. You know, I hope my son is with promiscuous women that know what they're doing and treat him really well when he's a grown up, you know, like have fun in life. Life is short. You're going to be dead. So why not have beautiful sex, amazing sex, have fun? Everybody's having fun. Like, let's make a rule and lock you into a marriage where you're fucking miserable till you're dead, you know? Like, some marriages work. I'm not saying everyone, but how many marriages people got to deal with the other person, judging them and being ugly to them, and then you're dead. It's like, go have some sex. Go have some fun. Live your fucking life. Stop crying about other people's sex life, you fucking idiots. And the manosphere. Yeah, you hate every one of them.
Yeah, but I do politics, so we all. And I'm not like on a
Nobody's
team.
friends.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're independent artist, and sometimes for the independent artist, you have to shit on everybody with a record label. I'm like a non-partisan guy, so I have to shit on everybody who I feel is partisan and blah blah blah. It's all that dumb shit. Yeah.
I think Mark Lamont Hill. I seen you guys doing something. I take more his stance than yours, though. You know, so I'm not gonna debate you on it.
We can't all be perfect. It's all
you
good.
guys. You guys already did your debate. There's nothing I could say that he didn't already say. Nothing you didn't already say. So yeah.
Do you feel like today? Do you feel like people pressure artists more to take like political stances than they used to, or do you think it's about the same as it always has been? Or
I don't know, but yeah, sometimes if you don't say nothing, you get like, what the f-? You know, you could be like, hey, my daughter's birthday. Be like, what the f*** you didn't tell you about this? I said my daughter's birthday, motherfucker. You know, but you didn't talk about this. You know, so you know, you're like, yeah. Maybe listen to the song I wrote that's not out yet, or maybe this and that, you know, or shut the fuck up because, you know, I'm my own person. I could say what the hell I would talk about, what I feel like talking about, you know. So, and I also think the pressure to say, hey, I have to talk about this subject right now because everybody in the world's talking about it. If I don't put my foot in it, I think that's ignorant too, because maybe you don't have the right thing to say at the moment. Maybe you're thinking and maybe you're sad about it. Maybe it's not moving you correctly and you think something's wrong. But, you know, to articulate the feeling and what the fuck you think it needs to be, you don't always have the right words. You know, you want to sit back, let me, you know, watch the world. I don't need to always, I'm an expert on this and I'm going to tell you what the fuck it is. You know, come on, man, you know, so, yeah. I mean, you get paid to do that. That's podcasters. You got to give your little positions and tell the world how you feel, but not everybody has to do that. I'm not a podcaster.
It's an odd requirement to have like your favorite celebs or actors or singers or artists like weigh in on political topics, you know?
You said slabs of actors. It sounds like a horror movie.
Did I say slabs?
She said celebs. She said slabs.
Oh,
but
celebs.
Slab sounds funny, so I'll let you roll with it.
I was like,
slabs of actors.
Oh, slabs of actors. I was like, what is Motel Hell, like on hooks and...
Yeah, we flay them first and say, be on my side, free Palestine or whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to feel... There's no pressure, though, because I feel like the guy where, like, I can imagine being the last... like fucking performance on a set or some shit, and like 5 acts before you were like, we stand with XYZ people, and then you come on stage and you're like, okay, well, I'm just here to perform. You don't feel any kind of pressure, I guess?
No, I don't feel any pressure at all. And if I feel it, like, you know, I'll just blurt it out, and you know, when my emotion's up, I'm ready and I do it. You know, I stand by what I stand by, you know, on whatever the topic is. I'll stand. I won't be like, well, if I say it though, you know, I don't do all of that shit.
When you do shows and stuff, what do you think is like your average like audience age? Is it mainly like younger people? Is it like?
You know what's funny? It's all different ages. That's the crazy thing. And you know how I know how old they are, but not just by looking at them. It's the songs. Hey, yo, I love this song. That's your best song. And I'm like, oh, that's one of my worst songs. But you must be 42 years old, right? Like, how'd you know? I'm like, I'm 43. Yeah, because that's the song you like for me.
Yeah.
But it's the greatest song, and you did a song with my favorite artist. Oh, you must be 18 because that's the young boy artist I did the song with. You know, so a lot of times I could tell the age by the songs they picked from me. You know, why didn't you do this song off of that? Oh, okay, you're 36. I go.
Okay, that's funny. It's the same thing for me. Someone will come up to me in and they'll quote some shit. It's like, I love this fucking video you did with this. It's like, it was in 2012, which for me is a long time ago for internet age, yeah. Or somebody's like, oh, your best debate or performance was against like this guy, and it's like, but I can't believe you said this, and it's like, I've said so much worse like 3 years ago. Like, you must be like a newer fan, or yeah.
Who was the most famous person you interviewed or debated or whatever? Probably all of the debate me guys, right?
Probably, I think in the past 6 months, it'll be like all of your like Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, like these people,
yeah. Yeah, because I Googled this morning before I left, but I said, I don't have time to listen to, but I seen Jordan was on there, and who else I saw? Oh, didn't Cenk? You did Cenk, right?
Cenk Uygur a few times, yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones I saw. I didn't see the clips, but I saw the box with the debate. No. And I watched the Mark Lamont Hill one. I think Mark is genius. I think he's a genius, but he gets a bad rap because he takes the side of, that one clip that they use with him and Candace about transgender people could get pregnant or what. I don't know what, the argument.
I haven't seen that one. The funniest clip I've seen of him was the one.
There's an argument that can men get pregnant, and like he did like a political answer saying yes, technically because of this and that. So then anytime you say, hey, Mark's a smart guy, they're like, but he thinks men can be pregnant, and he base you get one clip and they'll base everything on that clip and tell you he must be stupid. I'm like, yo, you know how many books that motherfucker read? You know how much research that guy does? So
what do you think?
I don't think he's a genius. I take that back too. I think he's a very
he's a smart dude,
very smart, educated person. Yeah, some of it I seen him talk hip hop and I disagreed with a couple things, but yeah. So
what do you think, like, from your perspective of the political world? I'd be so curious because you kind of are like somewhat like you're in the industry of creatives, but you're obviously on the outside of the political world. Like, what are your thoughts watching that dynamic?
Well, I'm just a human being too. So I watch like everybody else, and you get lost in where you don't, because you got to understand, I grew up, soldier father, Long Island. Guns, Bibles, Christian. So, but then my whole music was rebellious, fuck, kill, say the worst shit possible. So it was like this mixed, it didn't make sense, And then, you start going, well, now which side doesn't like God? And you start going, oh, the lefties don't like God, the righties like God. And then you go, so you're getting through the years of brainwashing, and then you go, oh, free speech. The right put that whole fake free speech narrative out there, that they're the party of free speech, and then you listen to them, and the lefties were going far. They were going very far with speech. Oh, this book should be rewritten from this time because it said a bad word in 1903, and you go, no, you don't rewrite books. Right. You don't fucking do that. So now you go, oh, the righties kind of, are they the free? But then you see, no, you give the righties power, and everything is, no, ban the book. This book is too... and then the trick they do is what's the Gender Queer? Do you know that book, Gender Queer?
Is that the one that Tim Pool talks about?
It's the one book that everybody pulls out.
Yes.
If you start arguing, they probably bought more copies of this than every school could buy because they all have like a pocket
Why
version.
Did Tim Pool do that too?
I think he had the book on the show, so he's like, well, tell me what you feel about this passage, and they've got like fucking highlighted things, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
What's the girl?
You see like the cum stains on the cover where they've been reading it every night. My God.
Who was the crazy lefty versus the crazy righty? I saw Chaya lives at TikTok versus the girl who
Taylor Lorenz.
Yeah. So she did that. She pulled out the book.
Yep.
And it's one book. It's called Gender Queer, and I think they have it in the 8th grade in a couple schools. So yeah, maybe that's something you should talk about, because there is a picture of a gay child, gay person, gay teenager doing, But then you talk about, they're banning this book. There's 400 other books that are taken out of the school. Well, it's not banned. Yes. If you will legally get in trouble for putting the books up, it's banned from that school, whether it's back in or not, whenever it is, it's banned. So then they say, well, then that's the book. Tim Pool did do it, because who's the girl with Sam Cedar?
Emma Vigeland.
No.
He pulled out that book, and she's like, I don't think they should ban books. She's like, you're a pedophile. She called the girl, she called this, like this nice, whether you like, I don't know if you like her or hate her, but she's like, seems like a nice, normal fucking person, educates herself, and she literally called her a pedophile to all her fucking fans.
So he's probably not a pedophile, yeah.
And I was like, that woman's, how the fuck buck. So yeah, I think he did the same thing to Taylor Lorenz. Not Taylor. No, Taylor Lorenz.
Taylor Lorenz and Libs of TikTok.
Yeah, the Libs of TikTok book. This is the buck. And so it's what people do. They take one thing that they can use, and then they fucking say that's the whole basis. Meanwhile, look at the other books that are banned. Books about black folks, and last time I was in Florida, I bought a whole bunch of black books that were taken out of certain libraries, and I handed them out to my shows. Yeah, we're in Florida. Take these free books, learn how to read, kids. But if you bring up those books and say, what's wrong with this actual book? What's wrong with this book? They'll go. They took Mouse out of a school. The Holocaust book. It's like, but if you show them real stuff that shouldn't be banned from books about genderqueer, it's like, yo, that's not the argument. Like.
Also, the whole concept is just, it's funny for two reasons too. One is because like every device on the planet right now has internet. Okay, your kid can find pornography like on your refrigerator. So the idea that they're going to go to a school library in a book to like read through pages to like get edgy material
to see
like
genderqueer.
Yeah. And then two is also like growing up, like there's this very weird, I guess it depends on your perspective, but right now there's like a very fragile view of kids where it's like if they see one porn video, they see one thing, like it's over. This kid's mind is going to be destroyed. And then when we were growing up, like you'd scour the internet like looking for the most fucked up stupid shit. And it was like we all grew up and we made it out.
They didn't have the internet when I was
No, but we had the era right after it was where all the parents were coming from, where they were like, we need to do better with our children, blah blah blah. And then they grew up like going to Woodstock and shit. And it's like, you motherfuckers are acting like you never smoked marijuana before or did way more. But if we like touch one joint, our fucking dick are gonna fall off. And and it's so dumb. I'm glad this hasn't happened to me yet. I don't know if you had this feeling where sometimes I look at parents, even my own parents, and I'll think that like, is there something that happens when you either have a kid or you turn like 30 or 40 where every single thing you remember from being a kid gets flushed from your brain? Because how could you be so naive when dealing with children? And we didn't have the internet, but we had our parents' closets. So there'd be Penthouse magazines. I remember my sister stole Playgirls, so she had like guys with cocks she found in somebody's closet. My friend from his dad's thing found Penthouse and Playboys, and when Madonna was naked in it's the 80s, so Madonna was naked, I don't know, Penthouse, they found old pictures of her. So I got the Madonna naked in the Penthouse, so we found out, and I'm like, oh, she's gross, because she didn't look like the Penthouse girls, so we thought Madonna the biggest star in the world. I remember being a little kid, like, this is disappointing. I thought she was the hottest girl. She's famous, but So no, we had porn, all over, and VHS tapes out of people's closet. We find the porn in someone's closet. Parents aren't home. You're watching porn on, you're like, all right, so. Then you get caught leaving it in the VCR. Then you have that awkward moment where mom is looking at either the son or the dad, and she doesn't know who she's about to scream at.
I'll tell you the most awkward moment when I first go. Should we talk gross shit? Because I forgot what age I was, maybe 11, 12, whatever age you start jacking off, right? So, I had that damn sock, the famous cum sock. Everybody had that, or maybe not everybody, but every night I wipe it off, put it behind the bed every night, and it was all stuck together and disgusting. And I came home and the thing was gone. My stepmother cleaned my room. I'm like, oh, she found the fucking sock. I'm not only going to hell, my stepmother thinks I'm a pervert. She found a fucking gross sticky sock. So I never asked her about it.
She never brought it up?
That was traumatizing for me.
No way would she bring it up. No.
I was like, damn, she found the cum sock.
Yeah.
That's so
political conversations at its best.
Yeah.
I guess. Is there anything else that you're working on? You got the movie coming up. Is that kind of like your main muse right now? Anything else that people should check
the movie
into?
is all I can think about till I shoot it, and then after that, I want to finish the album. And the album's basically done. I just want to get some features on it, because that's another thing. When you're an independent artist, it's very important. Well, at least for me. Because I don't have much promo, So like I said, so when you get other artists to come work on a song. So, me and Killer Mike been talking about doing something forever. So, like, if, say, I do a record with Killer Mike and it's a banger, and then he's posting about it, and then a video, that his fans are coming to it, it really helps an independent project. And then, like, Logic, we did a song, but he wants to use it on his album, but it was supposed to be on my album. But Yeah, so then say me and Logic do a visual. The features really help, and then you get other fans come in, and it raises awareness for the project because all known artists are tweeting about it and talking about it or whatever. So I'd like to get a couple, and also I got my throwback classic features on there too. But you want to get a couple people kind of doing what they're doing now as well on there. So the features. Once the features are done, the album's done. So yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
we're
you're
moving
good.
off. One more precise thing. When you get features for albums, how much input for songs? How much input do you have? Like when you throw a song to a guy and you're like, I want a feature. Do you give them direction? You're like, I want it to be about this. Do you get bars back, or you get a recording back or track back, and you're like, this isn't it. I need something different. Like, how much input do you want to have over that without it like overstepping or?
Well, it depends what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I do a song with an artist and I'm kind of going into their realm and I'm using a production that I feel is more their circus, their world, sometimes I say, hey, let's see what you got on there. And then I'll follow their lead.
Okay.
But sometimes if I have a song that I really love and I go, oh shit, who would write an amazing thing to that topic? Usually one of us gives each other the verse first. In this era, back in the day, it would be what you said. We'd say, hey, let's go in the studio. Let's do this topic or this thing. And I had one story song I wanted to do, and I gave it to the couple other artists that I'm working on, and that none of us wrote anything. But I guess it's different every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it works differently. Any last questions from you or thoughts?
Nah, this was peaceful. I because I seen you talking around people. I was like, oh, what subject he's going to come at me about? So you was all peaceful, So
He didn't set you up, even though I gave you the wrong number.
He was like,
No, it's so funny that like every single thing you say, there's so much overlap. It's probably true of like every, the whole world of talent. Like I bet actors coming up have the same experiences. People on YouTube and everything have the same experiences of like, you start off, you've got ideas, you want to be true to yourself, but you also are like angsty. You fight with people, you go through shitty representation, you grow, you learn, you try to like I'm sure you've got stories of people that you came up with that you wanted to continue working with who didn't have the same talent or make it with you, that you had to like cut ties with because it just wasn't the right fit for them. And just, the whole journey is there's a lot of parallels between like every other world.
Yeah, there's a lot of people you do a lot of stuff for, and then they don't appreciate it.
The falling off as soon as you find out like who your friends are, as soon as you're not doing as well, and then you look around, you're like, holy shit. And then when you come back, you never look at it quite the same again because you're like, motherfucker, you're talking to me because I just sold XYZ albums or Yeah, that never ends. That never ends. Well, the funny thing is that because my career longevity lasted longer, I've seen that a lot because a lot of the people that I was doing better than when I lost my deal and situation, and they ended up getting big hit songs on the radio, and they wanted me on their records before, and then all of a sudden they're not calling me, and they're listening to their label to not work with all of this stuff, and then a couple decades later, they see I'm all over the world, millions of views still, and they'd be like, hey, we should do an EP together. We should do this. I said, motherfucker, when you was like at the height of your shit, you wouldn't even talk to me, motherfucker. It's all the same shit. There's people you're blowing up, and like people are like, oh, we should collab. You call it a feature, we call it collabs in the YouTube world. You should be on my video. We should do this, blah blah blah. And then when you're kind of down, and you message me like, do you want to like collab or do anything? And you don't even get a response. You're just ghosted. But then if you come up later, those old messages, to be like, oh my god, I missed this. Like we should like get together and like chat and like, do you still record? And it's like, yeah, it's funny. It's fun.
The other thing that happens too is some of the younger artists, they know that I'm better known than them, so they'll want to do something. Yo, we got to do something, legend. Yo, legend. 50 million times, legend. Yeah, the legend. And then they start doing good, and it's like, yo, what's up with? I thought we were supposed to do that record.
Old news.
Silence.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then but then their reign is short, and it's a 3-year reign, and they hit me. Hey, what's up, OG? What's up, legend? Oh, I'm a legend again. It's like so fucking predictable.
How do you guys manage that then? Like, how do you essentially, especially when you're coming up again, how do you figure out like who's your friend, who's just there to like?
I don't have friends. Your growth? I don't really have friends.
You got kids.
That's how you go. Yeah,
I got my kids.
When your expectations are low, nobody.
No, you know who my friends is. There's. I think my OG, people in the game that've been in it as long as me and been through the same roads as me, and like I said, we're just having dinner with Tragedy the other day, and I don't know if you're familiar with Tragedy. But Tragedy. Have you heard of Mobb Deep and Nas? You know who those guys are. So Tragedy was the architect of all of that, the whole Queensbridge sound, and they all looked up to him too. And he's one of the greatest lyricists that ever lived. And having dinner with Trag and with just like this Black Poet from Queensbridge as well. With Poet, it's like these are more like my family. The people kind of been through the ropes like me, and we kind of all seen it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, should I do sponsorship?
Oh, yeah, do your shout-outs,
remember to do that.
Go for it, yeah.
So if you guys are watching, if you enjoy what we're doing, make sure you like and subscribe. I see that we have like a pretty low subscriber to watch ratio. So if you're watching regularly, just sub. It helps us out.
Wait.
Sorry, you missed it.
I did.
Right,
We're on the end.
Yeah.
Yo,
you wanted to do the
can we
call.
do something? Yeah. Yo, she gave me the wrong number.
Uh-oh.
That's true. I've given
I heard this.
5 people the wrong number, and it goes to some like random white dude,
like a crazy guy. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, "What's up, Yankee?" And I thought it was you. I said, "Is that the guy's voice? Is this a prank?"
So how many people like?
I don't know.
Imagine Chris Cappy probably called
Okay,
that number.
Can they hear that?
You got to put it right into the mic, the speaker part. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Are you selling me something?
Oh no.
Nah, it's me. Remember, I was looking for the radio show.
Well, you got the wrong number again.
Who is this?
I'm in Florida.
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 What is that place?
That's way away from you Yankees.
I heard that they shoot whoever they want there, and it's weird. They ban books.
I shot 3 people this morning.
And they ban books there, and it's like a really terrible place.
Oh no, they don't ban all the books. We got Playboy down here.
Hey, we were just I got the wrong number. The girl gave me the wrong number. So much love. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. See you, man.
All right. That's Kyla's number.
Wait, no shot. Wait,
I put that on the invites by accident.
we need to get this guy on the show. That guy sounds funny as what the
I'll call him tonight,
It's
okay?
Kyla's number.
I'll be like, yo, bro, I don't know how many people have called you at this point. It's my fault.
Christ.
We'll give you a
That's why I thought it was. I thought it was.
You thought I was pranking you.
Yeah.
The Staber girl gave you some
this time
random
it was much
dude.
more friendly because I guess he heard in my voice that he was like in on a joke with us. But
he was way less nice the first time, right?
The first time he was like, "What y'all Yankees want?" Like I was like, "Oh shit!"
So he thought I was pranking him.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck podcast is this? They give me the wrong number with some weird, crazy Florida guy." I don't believe Florida. I don't believe this shit I was saying. I was just trying to. I was hoping he would go crazy or something.